Martin Luther King Jr. rightly said, and I quote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." A very good morning to all the respected dignitaries, Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Rakesh Bhatnagar, Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Amit Jain, our chief guest, Additional Solicitor General, Rajasthan High Court, Shri Raj Deepak Rastogi, Director of Amity Law School, Professor Dr. Saroj Bora, Organizing Secretary Dr. Ashu Maharshi, faculty conveners Mr. Aditya Rawat and Ms. Sonali Bhatnagar, learned faculty members, along with all the participants present here. I, Aditya Kumar Upadhyay,
and I, Vishakha Kaushik,
warmly welcome all of you to the Amity University National Moot Court Competition 2022, organized by Amity Law School, Amity University, Rajasthan.
Amity University, Jaipur has been established by the Ritnan Balved Education Foundation, New Delhi, which is a society registered under the Societies Registration Act of 1860. It has been set up under the Amity University Rajasthan Act of 2008. Amity Law School, Amity University, Rajasthan has traversed a long journey to attain quality education, intuitive recognition of creativity, and sparkling success since 2008, with a vision to encourage brilliance in the field of legal education and to accomplish the ever-increasing demand of quality legal professionals in India for a growing legal world. It aims to achieve holistic approach wherein learning experiences is not only illuminating but also elevating and stimulating the young minds of our students. The institute is committed to exploring multidisciplinary approaches through its distinctive curriculum, which is designed to give extensive exposure to students in terms of domestic, international, and competitive law subjects. Among all the achievements in the year 2020, Amity Law School AUR has been ranked as one of the top law schools in the country by Forbes.
The law school was established with a view to cater to the requirements of the legal profession, law teaching, research, and judiciary, and it is expected that the students who study here will improve the legal discourse. Here, we aspire to inculcate humanistic approach, innovative outlook, and academic focus in our future leaders who can make a difference in the society. Moot court competition is a very prominent part of law students' academic career, which is nothing but a form of an oral proceeding similar to that of a court proceeding, in which a student argued on the basis of law. Similarly, in this edition of Amity University National Moot Court Competition, the objective is to develop the academic and advocacy excellence among students and inculcate the spirit of leadership and teamwork, leading to academic and professional excellence. In this competition, a proper court scenario has been created where the students act like counselors presenting both the sides, that is, the defendant and the plaintiff, based on evidence and substantive questions of law, and will argue with each other to prove their point in front of the judges, who in the end will give their judgment in the same regard and will also declare the winner performing the best. In order to embrace the goal of academic and advocacy excellence among law students, Amity Law School, Amity University, Rajasthan warmly welcomes you to the Amity University National Moot Court Competition 2020.
Shubham Karoti Kalyanam, Arogyam Dhan Sampada, Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya, Deep Jyoti Namastute. Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity, as sunlight expels the darkness of mind. Similarly, blessings bring prosperity and happiness in our lives. To make this event a blessed one, we invoke Goddess Saraswati by kindling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. For seeking the choicest blessings for the same, I invite our dignitaries present to take part in the lighting of the lamp ceremony.
श्वेत पद्मासना सदा या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमा आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
A great leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be. Professor Dr. Saroj Bora, Director of Amity Law School, Amity University, Rajasthan, is a very strong education professional, convent educated with proven academic track record. She has demonstrated history of working in the education management industry, skilled in administration, legal assistance, legal research, and public speaking. Ma'am has a distinguished academic career, receiving 2 gold medals in law during her graduation for her academic excellence from JNV University, Jodhpur. An astute professional with more than 17 years of experience in research, teaching, administration, and education management industry. Ma'am has recently been recognized among top 10 influential women in Indian education for the year 2021 by Higher Education Digest. She has been dedicated towards all her students and is always supportive. Ma'am has been actively involved in organizing several events. I would now invite Ma'am to grace us with a few words. Ma'am, please.
For the generous introduction. A very warm welcome and a good morning to our Honorable Rajdeep Rastogi sir, Additional Solicitor General, Rajasthan High Court, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Rakesh Bhatnagar sir, Professor Dr. Amit Jain sir, colleagues, learned faculty member, dear students, and all the participants who are participating across the country. At the very outset, I express my deep Rastogi sir, who has been very, very generous for accepting an invite and gracing this inaugural ceremony with his benign presence. Thank you so very much, sir. I understand you have it's a working day in the courts and you had made it time for us. Sir, production, and he is an inspiration to the many young budding lawyers. His professional journey had been incredible, and in the future, we hope to see him as a judge. So, sir, give a brief overview about Amity Law in the year 2008, and ever since then, the department has been growing with leaps and bounds. Thousands of students have graduated and they are excelling in the career professionals in India and abroad. For the holistic development of events have been organized, the international events have been organized. As we all are aware that the integral part of a legal education, and understanding this, we have conceptualized this present motion edition, which has been law issues, where the 20 to 25 participants across the country are participating in this competition to be for the 3 days in 4 rounds, prelims, quarters, semi, and all the rounds shall be judged by the eminent experts in the industry. And I hope that at the end of this, all the participants will have a great experience All the winners shall be awarded with the cash prize merit certificates. I extend my best wishes to all the participants in the competition and let the best team. With this, I understand there's a paucity of time right now, so I would just like to conclude, welcoming once again to all the participants, chief guest, VC sir, PVC sir, and my dear students. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to introduce our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Dr. Amit Jain. Sir is the Dean Faculty of Management and Director of Amity Business School at Amity University, Rajasthan. Sir has been a visiting professor with University of Technology, Sydney, Australia, SI University, Hungary, and SJ University, Slovakia.
Thank you so much, Vishaka. I think that should be good enough. Let's save some time. I know our honored guest has to join back office. So thank you for giving me this opportunity, respected the chief guest of the occasion, and Rajdeepak Rastogi ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Rakesh Bhatnagar, Director of Law School, Dr. Saroj Bohra, the Organizing Secretary, Professor Ashu Maharshi, wonderful team of IT colleagues, Mr. Pachori, other faculty colleagues from Law School. I can see Aditya, Sonali, many of them here. And the most important part of this event, the student volunteers, Vishaka and Aditya, a very warm welcome to one and all. It is indeed a matter of great pleasure and pride that we have a very distinguished personality with us today as the chief guest of this occasion. And Rastogi, when I was going through your profile, I found a lot of similarities between your profile and my profile. So I also come from BCom MBA background, although I have not done law, but I also started my career working with Eureka Forbes Limited in sales, right? I have been a national level debater, so I kept on participating in a lot of these competitions. So I was very happy that a person like you is today here to guide our students. About the event, I'll say that it is said that a ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are meant for. So similarly, as an educational institution and academic fraternity, we are very happy to see our students in the class, especially these days when they have returned after 2 years of lockdown and pandemic. But that is not what they are destined to do or they are supposed to be trained to do, unless until they face the rough weather of the corporate world, of the real world, they will not become strong. And I believe events like this, although a moot court competition, serves a great purpose in training our students and preparing for real life situation, because it is kind of a simulation activity. At Amity University, Rajasthan, we believe in following a very practical based pedagogy, be it simulations, be it use of Harvard case studies, be it use of best of the online resources. So I congratulate and compliment the entire team for organizing this wonderful event. Thank you so much.
Moving forward with the spirit of perseverance, I would like to introduce our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Dr. Rakesh Bhatnagar. Sir is currently the President of Amity University, Rajasthan, as well as the Senior Vice President of Ritnan Balbir Education Foundation, New Delhi. Sir has been the Vice Chancellor of Banaras Hindu University and Kumaon University, Nainital, along with being a professor in School of Biotechnology, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. After completing his PhD from the Department of Biochemistry, National Sugar Institute, Kanpur, he associated with renowned institutions like National Institute of Health, USA, as visiting associate and United States Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Diseases, USA, as senior NRC associate as well. Sir is well known for developing recombinant vaccine against anthrax, as well as his significant contribution in the field of research and innovation has been the development of drug-resistant TB diagnostics. Recognizing extraordinary contribution of Professor Rakesh Bhatnagar, he has been bestowed upon with several prestigious awards and recognitions, including President's Award for Best Innovation by President of India, ICMR Award for Outstanding Research Work in the field of immunology, by Honorable Health Minister, Government of India, and All India Biotech Association Award as well. Now, I would like to invite Sir to share his kind words.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Vishaka, for kind introduction. It gives me great pleasure to be here, particularly to welcome Mr. Rajdeep Rastogi, who is Assistant Solicitor General of Rajasthan, to join us in this wonderful event where budding lawyers are going to compete and show us their talent. And we will be watching them with great enthusiasm, because I still remember when I was a young student, I used to watch the movies where there is a scene from court, and I used to enjoy it a lot, because within a short time, they used to settle a case with wonderful argument, and we used to feel very happy that perhaps that's the way Indian courts work. But in reality, this doesn't work that way, because I still remember that I was one of the litigants of a PIL, public interest litigation, of 3 professors from JNU and 1 director of IIT Madras, former director of IIT Madras. We 4 people filed a PIL in Supreme Court. We waited and waited to see the outcome. And you will surprised to know that who was fighting our case. KK Venugopal, I think everybody knows, is, I think, these days Solicitor General of India, if my knowledge is correct. And Harish Salve, I think, who doesn't know Harish Salve, and PP Rao. These were the 3 lawyers who were working for us, and they never charged us any money. They were doing it free of cost. And the only thing they used to do, Mr. Venugopal will call us, all 4 of us, in his office one day before the hearing. And he will invite one of his younger lawyer to brief him the whole case. And then he will ask questions. And there will be certain questions which will be posed to us, because we were from JNU, 3 of us, and we have to answer him so that he can fight our case effectively. So many hearings took place, but we never got the result. And after about 6 years, one of the litigants, who was director of IIT Madras, he died. And we did not know that if somebody dies, you have to file the case once again. Am I right, Professor Bohra? So we perhaps lost in this wait, and until today, that case is pending. So the reality and reality is different than seeing these scenes in the movie. But I would like, if one day the court cases may be decided as fast as they do it in the Indian movies. So I'm really looking forward for my younger budding lawyers, to show their talent and convince us that they are going to fight the cases really fast and bring the result quickly, so that pendency in the country is reduced to the minimum, rather than waiting forever to see the case. Another instance was that my great-grandfather started some civil litigation which was resolved during my lifetime. So 4 generations have taken to decide a case, and the end result was not very interesting, although we won the case. But the compensation we got, I think we have spent at least 50 times more than that for fighting the case. So I would expect these younger lawyers to see to it that when they come in practice, when they are a professional, they try to work in such a way that cases are decided as fast as possible. With these words, I would like to congratulate them for organizing this wonderful moot court competition, and I wish them all the best. And I'm waiting to see their talent. With these words, I would not like to take much time because Mr. Rajdeep Rastogi has to go for his office. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. In matters of truth and justice, there is no difference between large and small problems, for issues concerning the treatment of people are all the same. Before I invite our honorable chief guest to deliver his words of wisdom, I take the pleasure to introduce him to the audience. Here we have our respectable chief guest, Additional Solicitor General of Rajasthan High Court, Shri Rajdeepak Rastogi, sir. He was an active participant in student politics and passed his BCom and MBA in the year 1980. He represented Agra University and Rajasthan University in various national debates as competitions, winning numerous prizes in the same. He worked as the sales officer in Modi Rubber Limited and further joined Shri Ram Piston and Rings Limited for an approximate duration of 2 years. He joined the legal profession in year 1984 and remained panel lawyer of different universities and public sector undertakings, including the Jaipur Development Authority. In JDA, his historic success record in favor of the government was approximately 95%, and he was awarded for it. He was appointed as the Additional Solicitor General of India on 28th of July 2014, and he has been continuing as such till date. He also has a success record of approximately 96% in favor of Union of India and has been appreciated for saving more than 10,000 crores of rupees of Government of India. He has been actively associating with several social service organizations which are working for the welfare of orphan children, ill and deprived old persons, leprosy home and women's shelter homes. He also provides for free education to many children who are in need. He writes and recites shairi as well. His shairi album Kaun Kehta Hai has been launched by T-Series with viewership of more than 2 lakhs. We are so proud to have such a personality with us for the inauguration ceremony of our moot court competition. Over to you, sir.
Namaskar. Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
First of all, Professor Rakesh Bhatnagar, really it's a matter of great pleasure that we have such a guru. Sir, you are guru for all, including me, though I had never been your student. But I pay great respect to my gurus. So, aapko naman. Professor Bhatnagar, as has been disclosed as a luminary in his field. Professor Amit Jain, the Pro VC, and certainly he's partly from my field. He's from management, and I had been an MBA student long back. So, of course, a little connection is with Professor Amit Jain, that he is again guru from my faculty. Professor Saroj Bohra ji, who has been instrumental to give me this opportunity to be here amongst you, of course, not physically because of this, all the times and all that. Otherwise, I would have loved to come physically. And I have requested Professor Bohra that kindly provide me this opportunity to be amongst you. I want to say something to my young and budding students who are from my fraternity. Professor Bohra again has informed that she was gold medalist. Every professor, naturally, they are gold medalists, they are distinguished. Slightly, I was shaky when I just heard the CV of all the distinguished professors. Sir, I was a very ordinary student. I must confess. Rather, I will say I was a poor student, but not poor in other activities. I was very active, again with the blessings of my gurus, sir. because the time is short. Otherwise, I would have said Guru Mahima. What a little I could achieve in my life, I owe everything firstly to my parents and then Gurus. God, of course, God is supreme, because I am ardent follower of God and particularly Lord Ganesha. So I'll start from this the moot court, which you are going to organize. It's a national moot court competition. Really, it is a very good endeavor taken by you as MIT University. It does not require any introduction, because a little bit I know about the university, and even I had an occasion to meet senior Chauhan Sahab once, and a little bit he knew me that way. Really, MIT University, which I am hearing, is doing its best, I tell you. Not only in the field of law, but in all other fields. Now I come back to the moot court. What is the significance of moot court? Because all the participating teams there. Precisely, we were the students of law. Sir, we were not having these facilities. If moot court and all that interaction, because the technology was not developed, even the concept was not developed. Moot court concept, it's not a very old concept. Particularly, I'll say it is in the vogue only after coming into existence of the national law schools. Various national law schools. Earlier there were few, now there are approx 30, as I would know about it. And their way of teaching, way of introducing law, way of training is entirely different than the way under which we got the education. I'm not saying even my gurus, they were best, but the system was like that. Moot court is a strong tool to inculcate research aptitude first. Because if you are participating in the moot court, you have to make research. What is the case law? What Supreme Court has said? What Privy Council had said earlier? What other high courts? Where is the divergence in the view? Where it has been followed? Where it has been dissented? Everything will be known to the students only if they put research. So moot court is firstly research based. Then it requires analytical approach. Unless you have an analytical approach, you cannot appreciate what is the ratio of a judgment, because judgments, they are based on their facts. And naturally, the facts of two cases may not be identical. In very few cases, they may be identical, but they are different. But it is the ratio. What is the meaning of ratio? It is the point involved. What was the point involved in the case? That is binding. So that moot court gives immense training and aptitude to learn that analytical approach, research, and discipline. Again, discipline is also taught by moot courts, because where to speak, where not to speak. Because as a budding young man, they are quite energetic, but they don't know where to put stop and where to start. Even I faced it. And my gurus, they were there like you, sir. They taught me that what is to be done. And a little bit which I could achieve is all I again owe to my gurus. मैं गुरु महिमा से, क्योंकि टाइम बहुत कम है, मैं गुरु महिमा से स्टार्ट करूंगा. Sir, if I say, it's not a question that, firstly, I am addressing to all the students. Please hear me that have faith in your gurus. Sir, I am sorry to say, and I may be excused, that a thing which we are missing at present, which I have observed, I am not criticizing anybody, I should be excused. We have slightly reduced the feeling of respect for gurus. So it is bad, because a guru is a person जो आपको एक शेप देगा. आप कच्ची मिट्टी हैं. कच्ची मट्टी को शेप देने वाले तो गुरु हैं, भगवान तो हैं, माता पिता भी हैं, मट्टी को शेप कौन देगा? वो कुम्हार, जो मेरे आदरणीय गुरु. So have faith, have full respect for gurus. Only then you can learn. My young friends, if you are hearing me, please follow it. If I say, if Guru Sandipan was not there, then naturally there was no existence of Yogi Raj Krishna. Sandipan was his Guru. If there was no Chanakya, then there was no Chandragupta. If there was no Ramakrishna Paramhans, then question does not arise that Vivekananda would have been there. So this is Guru Mahima. So first of all, and I practice it, sir, and I just inform, I am talking informally, that still at this age, at this stage, my few gurus, they are alive. And on all festive occasions, including Guru Purnima and Teachers' Day, first of all, I will make it a point to at least give a call और उनका आशीर्वाद लेता हूं मैं, और उसी की वजह से मैं आज जो कुछ भी हूं उन्हीं की वजह से हूं. Secondly, what I'll like to address, have faith in God. Because I'm not saying that somebody maybe said that God, there is no existence of God. I'm not disputing. I'm not coming into controversy, but it is my feeling. If you are having faith in God, maybe it is Bhagwan, maybe it is Allah, maybe it is Jesus, maybe it is Nanak, or any other, or Buddha, or Mahavir, they are one. So have faith in God. There is some power which is guiding all of us. This is my personal feeling. I may be wrong, which during my last 40 years of career, which I have really experienced it. And even earlier, there is an existence of some power which we say it's God. So have faith in God. Now, young man, I'll say one more thing, that why you are in this legal course. So many persons will say, we are here to get a good job. Because engineering, that is one field, medical, that is one field, law, emerging field. So we will get a good package. Sir, there is a concept of package. I differ with it. Because even earlier Chief Justice, when he was addressing a convocation at National Law School, Bhopal, I was hearing. He also said same thing. Why are you here? So many students said for good package. Friends, you are wrong. Law is at least not for packages. If you are quite impressed by packages, then join some other course, corporate world. It is a noble profession. It used to be called a noble profession, but I cannot shut my eyes with the realities. Now, there is some degeneration. But we should not be disappointed. We are not disappointed because black sheep are always there. So black sheep, they do not make a rule. They do not make a rule. Don't be persuaded by such persons. He is earning, wo itna paisa kama raha hai, wo aisa kar raha hai. Friends, my young friends, I am addressing to my young friends. I am not addressing to my gurus. I am not capable of teaching my gurus. But young friends, वो इतना पैसा कमा रहा है, उसकी समाज में ये प्रतिष्ठा है, उसका ये स्टेटस है, क्या है सब कुछ? वास्तव में क्या है कि आपकी आंतरिक और आत्मिक शांति क्या है? If you are satisfied, if your soul is pious, if you are sleeping freely without any tension, this is the biggest achievement, which at least I have seen in my life. So don't go for packages. Why I'm saying so? Everybody, I will join this firm, I will join this firm. Why not advocacy? Why not litigation? Only few persons, they join litigation. I know, sir, I have also faced very hard days when after leaving my 2 jobs, and that too MBA at that time in 81. But I took a decision since my maternal grandfather, he was Advocate General here, a renowned legal luminary, late Shri Radhakishan Ji Rastogi, is a renowned man. He persuaded me that, look, you have left 2 jobs. I'm sharing my experiences which may help students. He said, job is not meant for you. Corporate world is not meant for you. Though I was a record tire seller at the age of 22, sir. But he said that you join this profession, legal law profession, and in LLB, I took admission only just for joy's sake. It was not to be my profession, but destiny is there. God is there. Destiny brought me here. And I faced very hard days, I tell you. Financially, physically, mentally, very hard days. But God was there. And I took one oath that I will not adopt any bad practice, even during that time. And sir, whatever with certainty and challenge, I can say that still I am following it, and I am not deterred by anything. And everything I have got, even beyond my expectations, even beyond my capacity. I do not deserve, sir, what I have got, because I am a very ordinary student. When I used to talk to my principal, Dr. Itera at St. John's, I am St. Johnier, sir. So he used to talk to me when I was a debater. What will you do? You have secured only 54% marks in BCom. So what I would say, sir, मेरे ऊपर आपकी कृपा है और आप मुझे कुछ ना कुछ दिलवा देंगे. Dr. Itera is no more, but recently, 2 years ago, I was again chief guest in my college, St. John's, and I remember Dr. Itera what he would say कि अब क्या करोगे? 54% मार्क्स है. मैं कभी हताश नहीं हुआ. I didn't lose any hope. I was quite enthusiastic for everything. I was hopeful, and a little bit I could get, little bit, and with fair means. So this is again that I'll request young budding students that please think to join this legal profession. It is not a bad profession in litigation. I am not criticizing. You may join some corporate and some law firm, this. You will get some 1 lakh rupees initially. You may not get it initially. But if you are hardworking, if you are sincere, if your efforts are concentrated and focused, and patience, top of it, the patience and fair means, you will not follow any bad path. मैं पूर्णतया आश्वस्त हूं कि कोई आपको प्रगति से रोक नहीं पाएगा किसी तरह से भी. One more thing comes, compassion. You must have a feeling of compassion because we are human beings. Sir, time is short. I remember so many cases where I was shattered when so many clients, they come to me, as you rightly said, as Dr. Bhatnagar rightly said, that pendency. Sir, we do admit. The civil litigation, as he said, that 4th generation got relief, even not complete relief was there. It happens. Delay, PIL matters. I was hearing PIL matters, which you just quoted. Sir, it is a reality. But I'm not saying there may be cases, there are cases, I cannot shut my eyes. लेकिन सर हमने आशा नहीं छोड़ी है, हम आशावान हैं. And every court, even the Honorable Chief Justices, even present Honorable Chief Justice, our Chief Justice, all we are putting our best efforts. Sir, again question आता है, कौन जिम्मेदार है इसके लिए? मैं इसको भी एड्रेस करूंगा 2 मिनट. उसके लिए मैं जिम्मेदार हूं. मैं एज ए लिटिगेंट, मैं एज एन एडवोकेट, आपका तो पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशन था. देयर आर सो मेनी लिटिगेंट्स आई नो, दे सिक्योर स्टे फ्रॉम द कोर्ट, देन दे से टू देयर लॉयर, सर इसको एडजॉर्न कराओ, आगे चलने दो. व्हाई? Once you have got the stay, then have a spirit to get it decided at the earliest. At least the other party is also having its claim. Maybe you may win, you may lose. It's a different thing. Why to just defer it? उसके लिए कौन जिम्मेदार है? वो मेरे पास आते हैं. मेरे से मतलब मेरी community. I am not cursing my community, sir. I am from one amongst them. I am a professional. मैं बोलूँगा ठीक है, इसको adjourn कराते हैं. वो बरसों चलता है केस. Sir, these are few reasons. Other reasons are, even which I have felt, the point is already decided by the court. Again and again, repeated petitions are filed. So now at this juncture, I'll request the Honorable Court also, and they do it, to at least put a curb on such practices. Once a point is already decided, it is not res integra. Everything is settled. How can you bring repeated cases? Is it not abuse, grossest abuse of the process of the court? And I am advocating it in the court. And with strong words, I always say in the court, I request the Honorable Court, put heavy cost. And it has been done in so many cases. So these are the reasons for delay. Of course, delay should not be there. Nobody can deny, sir, I 100% agree with you. Delay defeats the claim. Delay defeats the right. उस आदमी की होप देखिए सर, जो पेंशन के लिए वेट कर रहा है, जो अपने प्रमोशन के लिए वेट कर रहा है. कई केसेस मेरे हैं ऐसे, because I used to practice in service matters also when I was a private counsel. And वो मर गए, उनका परिवार आज भी घूम रहा है सर पेंशन के लिए. And I'm sorry to say, and मैं कुछ नहीं करा पाया उनके लिए. Of course, the matter is still pending. And they ask कि सब कब decide होगा? And at times I feel answerless. But a system is not to be blamed, sir. System is good. We have to see in ourselves what we are doing. इसमें answer मिल जाएगा. Now I come another point, friends, young friends. There is a word trust. Trust, इसको मैंने define किया अपने शब्दों में. What is trust? You will say trust, विश्वास, everything. It's a meaning. T stands for truthfulness. T stands for truthfulness, and R stands for reliability. And U stands for untiring efforts. And S, sympathetic and systematic. And T, again, tolerant. Because we are human beings. So it is trust. Now, young friends, you are here, you are participating for moot court. अभी एक शब्द मैं सुन रहा था कि कुछ टीम जीतेंगी, कुछ हारेंगी. सर, I differ. ना कोई टीम जीतती है, ना कोई हारती है. जीत और हार तो केवल नंबर गेम होता है. जीत हार तो मन की होती है सर. जीत अगर मैं I remember so many cases where I have argued, I have lost the case, but I was satisfied that I have done my job because I follow karma theory. I have done my job sincerely, with full diligence, with full preparation. हाँ, अगर मैं तैयार होकर नहीं जाऊं, then I am betraying the faith of my client and I am guilty for it. I am an offender. So it is the duty of every lawyer or every law clerk or whatever you are doing after completing your law course or any other thing, be honest with your duties. And certainly whether you win or lose, कोई बात नहीं, अभी नहीं मिला सक्सेस, हो सकता है उस केस में ना मिला. अब ये भाग्य है, फिर भाग्य थ्योरी भी आती है कुछ. मैंने अपना काम पूरा किया, कर्म पूरा किया. और आज का यूथ सर मैं कहता हूं कि certainly they are better equipped. And I have no hesitation in saying the youth of at present, I know the
Please unmute yourself.
Yes. They are betterly equipped. Their IQ is much more high, at least than me. I can compare. But they have to be given a shape. Shape देने की जरूरत है. और बहुत energetic है youth. और because time is almost running out, but मैं चाहता था कि बहुत बात करूं. अगली बार आप मुझे जरूर बुलाएंगे, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. मैं अपनी बात को एक शायरी से समाप्त करूंगा. Because मेरा शायरी भी एक शौक है कि मैं यूथ को एड्रेस कर रहा हूं और सब आप लोगों को भी नजर करता हूं सर, मेरे गुरुजन, कि आंधियों जरा हद में आ जाओ. आंधियों जरा हद में आ जाओ, गर नहीं टकराना तुम्हें हमसे. अब देखिए, आंधियों को हमसे नहीं टकराना तो हद में आ जाएंगी. कि आंधियों जरा हद में आ जाओ, गर नहीं टकराना तुम्हें हमसे. हम कोई रेंगते कीड़ों की मानिंद नहीं. हम कोई रेंगते कीड़ों की मानिंद नहीं जो जब चाहे अपना रास्ता बदल लेते हैं. हमारी तो मंजिलें तय हैं, हमारी तो मंजिलें तय हैं, गर नहीं टकराना तुम्हें हमसे, तुम खुद अपना रास्ता बदल लो. गर नहीं टकराना तुम्हें हमसे, तुम खुद अपना रास्ता बदल लो. आंधियों जरा हद में आ जाओ. मैं बधाई देना चाहूंगा पार्टिसिपेटिंग टीम्स को कि आप हार जीत की परवाह मत करिए, पुट योर बेस्ट एफर्ट्स. मैं बधाई देना चाहूंगा फैकल्टी मेंबर्स को, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टीम को, जिन्होंने इतना अच्छा प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज किया. एंड रियली आई एम इंडक्टेड बाय हार्ट, आई टेल यू दैट सच luminaries are there and you have given me this opportunity to be amongst you, and I will certainly love to be there whenever I get opportunity, physically there, because it is my passion, sir. I go all over India for but during this COVID session it was stopped, but VC symposium seminars, they were there. मैं चाहूंगा कि मेरे को मौका मिला तो फिर आऊंगा और 2 शब्द आपके संग बोलूंगा. बहुत बहुत आपको धन्यवाद कि आपने मुझे मौका दिया. नमस्कार.
So, we are immensely honored by your gracious presence. Your aura has lent a unique charm to the occasion. We believe all the participants out here are immensely benefited by your deep insights. Now, marching almost towards the end of the ceremony, I would like to invite our organizing secretary, Dr. Ashu Maharshi ma'am. She is currently working as the associate professor in Amity Law School, Amity University, Rajasthan. She is a strong woman with words of wisdom. She has organized various events for our Amity Law School and has great research skills and always puts forth strong opinions when it comes to her work and subject. I would like to invite ma'am to present a vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Aditya. Climb high, climb far. Your goal is the sky. Your aim is the stars. You can't cross a great chasm in 2 short steps. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Honorable Shri Rajdeepak Rastogi sir, our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Professor Dr. Rakesh Bhatnagar sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Amit Jain sir, and our Director ma'am, Professor Dr. Saroj Bora. Sir, it was really a mesmerizing speech, and we are very much looking forward for a offline to listen to you. Yes, because I personally have heard you in many of the functions and all. So really, sir, it was a wonderful thoughts which you have imparted to our students, and I hope that the students would be inculcating there in their lives and in their careers. Further, I, on behalf of Amity Law School, want to extend my thanks to my faculty conveners, Ms. Sonali Bhatnagar, Mr. Aditya Rawat, and especially my student teams, Deepesh Kataria, Harshvi Chomal, and my co-anchors Vishakha Kaushik and Aditya Upadhyay. I would also further like to say that in the Amity National Moot Court competition, we have several participants from different parts of the country and would be enjoying this moot court competition digitally. And soon we'll be planning for the offline moot court competition where could we all gathered and we could organize this event in a very wonderful manner. Lastly, I would like to wish all the participants that to give their best in their competition. And one thing the participants should remember, which sir has also said, that there is no the winning or the losing. We are all here to get something from this competition. So thank you everyone for joining the inaugural session. Thank you so much.
My sincere gratitude and thanks to Rajdeepak Rastogi sir. Surely I will create an opportunity for inviting you to the campus. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we come to the closure of the inaugural ceremony of Amity University National Moot Court Competition. I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Chief Guest, Additional Solicitor General Rajasthan High Court, Shri Rajdeepak Rastogi sir, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Rakesh Bhatnagar sir, the Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Amit Jain sir, Director of ALS, Professor Dr. Saroj Bora ma'am, the Organizing Secretary, Dr. Ashu Maharshi ma'am, the faculty conveners, Aditya Rawat sir and Sonali Bhatnagar ma'am, and learned faculty members, along with all the dignitaries and participants from across the country for gracing the occasion with their humble presence. Thank you so much, everyone.